this is the mobile philosopher once again. In this video we're going to see how to use the Vlookup function in order to organize our grades so that we can later on pull them into another spreadsheet. So this is going to be a very simple procedure. Obviously, as we have here, we have our second sheet as we used with the array formula in order to make sure that we could apply all our numbers here without them jumping or bumping along. And then here what we're going to do is we have the list of students who have filled out their answers 1 through 5. But as you can see, they answered at different times and certainly not in the order that we want. So what we're simply going to do is put the names of the students here already beforehand in order, and then we're going to use the Vlookup function in order to pull their grades from here and stick them next to their names here. So this is a very simple matter. We're just going to go into the cell here, move over so we can see this a little bit better, and we're going to use equal and then Vlookup, press enter. And the first thing we want to do is have a reference point. The reference point is going to be this cell here, which is going to be J2. So we're going to go over here and we're going to put J2, and then we're going to put a comma. And then we're going to put the range. Where am I going to look for this student 1 here? And we're going to go from here because we're also going to pull this number here. So we want from B1 to F. This would be 6. So we're going to put these in absolutes. They do not change. So we're going to put this here, 2, and then we're going to put F. We're going to put a $sign first, and then $6. And as you can see, it makes a red box all around this here. Okay. So after we have our range here, we're just going to put a comma. And then finally we have to tell it where is the number that we're looking for. And that's going to be over here. Now, we have to put this as a number. It won't accept any type of stealth thing. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell the Vlookup that if you find the student name here, then look in the 5th column for the coinciding number. So we're going to put 5 here, and then if we don't find something, we're going to put a comma and put a 0. So if we find something, put a comma, if not, 0. So we're just going to put a parenthesis in that, and then we're going to press enter. When that happens, as you can see, student 1 had a 2. Even though student 1's down here, it finds that the coinciding number with student 1 is a 2, and we'll put it here. And this will automatically organize all of our grades. So we're going to actually go down and pull this so that it applies itself to the rest of them. So we're going to pull this down, and voila, I have all my numbers. If I go into student number 2, it's going to tell me it's J3. And if I go into student 3, it's going to tell me it's J4, etc. And having the same process, it's very easy to organize our grades, even though the students' names here are all disordered. Again, all we do is use the Vlookup. We put the cell, which is the main reference, which would be this one here. We put the range of where the information is going to be found from one extreme, which would be here, to the other extreme, which would be here. So we have B1 to F6. We put a comma, and then we put the number of the column, because we can't use cell numbers here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th column, so put that as number 5, comma, and then a 0 when it doesn't come out. So as soon as that's finished, we put parentheses, and that will, voila, give us our answers here. Very, very simple way of organizing our information so that we don't have to manually put it in later on. This can obviously be done before the exam is taken. You do not have to do it afterwards. All of this I'm showing as a posterior act, but if you program all of these things beforehand, then you won't have to do it afterwards. So now in the next video, which will be our final video, we're going to see how to pull this information from here and put it in another spreadsheet so we can fill out the rest of our grades. Thank you.